Hey guys, welcome to vlog number 124. And today is going to be another James Patterson book that I recently read. And he collaborated with President Bill Clinton. And the book is called The President's Daughter. It was a thick one. Look at that thickness. Yay! I love this book. So this one, as you would imagine, since it's also written by Bill Clinton, we're going to assume it's also about a president. So Matthew Keating, a one-time Navy SEAL and a past president, has always defended his family and has always shockingly defended his country. Now those defenses are under attack. A madman abducts Keating's teenage daughter named Melanie, turning every parent's deepest fear into a matter of national security. As the world watches in real time, Keating embarks one-man special op missions that test his strengths as a leader, a warrior, and a father. I rated it 5 out of 5. This was one of my favorite books I read this year in 2025. It brings the expertise of Bill Clinton, a former president of the United States, like logistically, how the U.S. SEALs and Secret Service, CIA, it brings in how they work and how the CIA, FBI, Interpol, how they all operate for a security measure. But it also brings the expertise of James Patterson, which makes the book a thriller. I highly recommend this. I'm telling you, when I was reading it, I did not want to turn it down. I did not want to close the book. I didn't want to go to sleep when I was reading it. I kept telling myself, I can't wait to go back to reading this book. It was that good. This book, as we read, as I said, Matthew Keating, who was the president, he was also a war veteran by the Navy SEALs. And he loses his daughter, or his daughter's still alive. Well, we get to the end where the daughter's still alive. The daughter's boyfriend gets shot and killed by her abductor. Because they're like hiking somewhere in like middle of nowhere, somewhere in Minnesota or something. And as a dad, he goes crazy because I have all these CIA agents. My wife has all these CIA agents protecting us. But then my daughter no longer has it since she's over the age of 16. So something I've learned, or I don't know if it's true or accurate, but in the book, it tells us or explains us that at the age of 16, the president's children no longer gets so at 16, apparently the president's children at 16, when they turn 16, they no longer get Secret Service through the CIA. That stops for some reason. So Melanie turns 16. She no longer gets civil service. She goes away to college somewhere. And I think she goes to a school in Rhode Island or something. But they decided to go to Minnesota or something to go hiking. And her abductor is trying to get back to President Keating, due to this brings us back to the shooting of Osama bin Laden, or it's not really Osama bin Laden, but it's someone like Osama bin Laden. And her abductor is trying to get back to Matthew Keating, because Matthew Keating was the one that I believe was either there in the compound zone or was the one that told the SEALs to kill the person like Osama bin Laden. So he's trying to get back to Matthew Keating. The best way to get back to Matthew Keating was to abduct the daughter. So what else does a veteran that was in the Navy SEALs? They go on this secret mission. It's Matthew Keating, one of Matthew Keating's secret agents, or several of his secret agents, go to find Melanie, and they end up finding her in like Jordan or something, like somewhere in the Middle East. I love James Patterson and his writing and his thrillers, and this one was one of my top favorites. And I can't wait to read. I think this is it's considered a standalone, but there's 2 more books that are similar to this book that are out now. I think one is called The President's Missing, and then there's another one. Yeah, The President's Missing, and The First Gentleman. I wonder what that's about. But I can't wait, and I'll keep you guys updated on those. Stay tuned for vlog number 125. This one's going to be super special. Well, kind of special. And I can't wait to share it with you guys. Alright, bye guys. See you next time.